So I just realized that you can't directly connect your Route 53 to NS3. Okay, so basically Route 53 is just a DNS manager. It will just supply you a DNS and you can manage your DNS records and everything. Okay, but nothing else. It will not be able to redirect that DNS or your website to some other website. All right, that you will have to do through some other service, in short. So for us, that service within AWS, the simplest service that will help you out is CloudFront. ठीक है, CloudFront is a content delivery network. It helps you deliver or host your static websites and everything. Not host, but basically it can store your content at different availability zones and everything. Okay, read more about CDN definitely on your own. Not right now. Not getting into the details of it. Anyways, so basically Route 53 will give me my DNS, my domain name, and CloudFront will connect my domain name to my S3, nothing else. CloudFront will not do anything else currently for me. It is capable of doing more, but I'll not configure it for that. And S3 will basically host my website. Okay, it is storing that HTML file, but basically it is hosting that website for me, right? So that is what S3 will do for me. Then where does manager come into the picture, right? So certificate manager has two purposes here actually. One is definitely to give you that HTTPS so that your website is basically secure, है ना? But the other thing is also that CloudFront distributions only work on top of HTTPS websites. They do not work on top of HTTP websites. Okay, especially in the case when you wanted to be rerouting your original DNS to not DNS, original URL to some other DNS. In that case especially you need a HTTPS DNS. Okay, another clause with CloudFront is that your certificate should be from the North Virginia region. So if like tell you all the details, but right now if I just scroll directly here, you will see that custom SSL certificate, it needs to be in the North Virginia region. Okay, so remember when you're creating your certificate, create like I am working from India, right? So I have it as Mumbai. So remember to change it to um, North Virginia, otherwise it's of no use. As you can see, I had to delete my original certificate for this very reason. So yeah, just giving it as a disclaimer right there. Okay, so simple. Your certificate manager is nothing but it helps you provision and manage your SSL certificates. SSL certificates are nothing but they help you with that S with your HTTP, which is security. Okay, so let me request a certificate. Requesting a public certificate. Next, my domain name is vibhuticodecafe.com. It's just for this particular DNS, so not adding another name. um, Allowing for DNS validation. I don't want to go for email validation. We have seen it the previous time, it took a good 30-40 minutes for me. And okay, done. I'll just request for it. So while email validation takes a lot of time, DNS validation takes lesser time, but it does take time. So it will come as pending validation for me. I'll go to list certificates and we can see it is still in pending validation. All right. In the meantime, what I can do is I can so right now I created a certificate. I told the certificate that I wanted issued for the domain vibhuticodecafe.com. But the problem is that the domain is unaware कि उसके लिए एक सर्टिफिकेट जनरेट हो चुका है, राइट? सो आई हैव टू टेल माई डोमेन ऑल्सो दैट there is a certificate that has been generated for you, start using that. Okay, so how do you connect? Basically certificate को पता I'll come back here. So basically this certificate को पता चल गया है कि you want to use route 53, right? But route 53 को नहीं पता चला कि ये वाला सर्टिफिकेट यूज़ करना है, मतलब उस DNS को नहीं पता चला कि ये वाला सर्टिफिकेट यूज़ करना है, ठीक है? So that is what we'll be connecting. How do you connect that is through CNAME records. So basically certificate का कुछ भी आ रहा है तो सी नेम रिकॉर्ड्स के थ्रू हो जाता है वो. दैट्स व्हाट आई हैव अंडरस्टूड सो फार. ठीक है, सिंपल. So now for CNAME records, you have a CNAME name and a CNAME value. Okay, so go into your Route 53. I'll start from the starting maybe. I'll go into Route 53 hosted zone, and I'll go into my particular DNS. I'll just create a record. The record type will be CNAME as I just said, and how, yeah, CNAME, like you don't need to remember it. Here also it will come in CNAME only. Your certificate will get CNAME only. So obviously there's no other value that you have, so you'll have to use CNAME only. Any which ways. Anyways, not kidding. Just let me copy the CNAME. So just notice that I've not copied this part, which is .vibhuticodecafe.com. Why? Because this is exactly what my DNS is, right? So I have just copied this much and I'm adding it in the record name. Record name matlab C name ka record name. So which is exactly equivalent to C name है ना. So C name should ultimately be coming out to this dot vibhuticodecafe.com, and उसके बाद भी there's another dot. Okay, so if you see, once I add it, it has come out to that itself. Okay, value में just copy the entire value. ठीक है. What is this TTL is something I'm curious about. So I know it is time to live, but what is it? Okay, I think it is about caching that this particular certificate is available. So I think I'll just leave it to 300. That's what it came out with, and it falls between the recommended values, so I'm okay. I'll just create the record. I'll just refresh, and we can see that the CNAME record has been created. Okay, right here. But as I suspect, my certificate must not have been published or issued yet. So I'll be stopping this video right here, and once I come back, we'll be actually doing the CloudFront configuration. Okay, let me give a refresh. Okay, so far what we have done is we have hosted our website through S3, a static website. Um, Through Route 53, we have gotten a DNS registered for ourselves, we have gotten a domain name for ourselves, and we have added a certificate on top of our domain name. Okay, the only step that's remaining is to basically connect my domain name या फिर connect my website, my URL to S3's URL via a CloudFront distribution. Okay, thank you.